Just a short 30-minute car ride from Harborville, Maine, lies the quaint town of Jacobsville. Nestled amidst the cradle of autumn, the town awakens under the shimmering stars of a Halloween night. An air of eerie enchantment cloaks the streets as centuries-old maple trees sway with the rhythm of whispered secrets. Beneath the neon lights and synthetic beats, the spirits of the past stir. Whispers of long-forgotten rituals echo through the autumn breeze, and a dark legacy threatens to awaken, unveiling these silent secrets that have laid dormant for generations. As the festival begins and the night deepens, an undercurrent of dread courses through the town, hinting at the impending nightmare they are about to face. The stage is set for a Halloween unlike any other, where the line between dreams and neon nightmares blurs. Welcome, dear listeners, to a Halloween special set in the universe of these silent secrets. My name is Nicole, and I will be your MC. Tonight we have an auditory thrill like no other, so gather round, for we delve into the shadows and secrets lurking within. Before we begin, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to the maestro of editing, Zach, who's worked tirelessly to ensure that you will be spellbound by every second of not just this eerie journey, but our main campaign as well. And of course, none of this would be possible without the enchanting talent at Ghostlight Media, who have brought these stories to life and helped us bring this show to you. Tonight, we've got a whole new cast of characters, each portrayed by some incredible voices and people that you know and love from Ghostlight's other shows. But a word of caution, dear listeners. These silent secrets is not for the faint of heart. Dark themes swirl within the words and whispers, so I implore you to proceed with caution. Let curiosity guide you, but beware what you might find in the depths of the tales we have in store. So get ready to lose yourself in the ominous beauty of the unknown as we embark on a Halloween journey like no other. Welcome to These Silent Secrets, Neon Nightmares. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Silent Secrets Halloween special, featuring voices of people that you know and love from Ghostlight Media and adjacent, and I want to introduce them to you right now. You recognize him as the MC of These Silent Secrets, Zephyr from Another Path, and Zach of Zach and Griffin's Multiversal Pet Shop. Here's Zach Tuttle-Robb.
Hi, I feel weird being in the player chair on this particular podcast. This is a strange space to be in. I normally am saying the things that Nicole's saying and feel kind of odd about it.
Yeah, now I have the power.
Oh, how the turntables.
Oh, how the turntables.
Next, you know him as Mordecai and Harper on Another Path, and Griffin of Zach and Griffin's Multiversal Pet Shop. It's Griffin Coldiron.
Hello, this side of the internet. I'm not usually here.
No, but you're here now.
I am. It's exciting
Welcome.
to be here. Thank you, friends.
And finally, you may recognize this next player's influence as being the inspiration behind beloved character Loaf from Another Path. It is Braeden Tuttle.
Loaf.
Oh, yeah. Cracking one open with the Cold Boys, baby.
Old boys. Which is funny because we all deal with death. Anyway. You'll learn that when we learn our characters soon.
Don't we all?
Oh gosh, yes, and I am Nicole Tuttle-Robb. I play Avery on TSS. Those of you that are listening to this probably already know that.
And made the theme song for Pet Shop.
That's true.
You did.
That is
You
true.
did make the theme song. And you made the music behind the intro of this.
Of this, yeah, which nobody other than Zach has heard yet, because I made it at 3 a.m. last night. So, so that'll be really fun. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. As you can see, this is not our regularly scheduled show. This is going to be a Halloween special. It goes out today, and then we will be back with our Harborvale soup group in 2 weeks. But until then, let's get a little spooky.
Ooh.
All right, so we are going to
fresh.
kind of dive into introducing these characters a little bit later as they kind of come up within the story. So without further ado, welcome to Neon Nightmares. We open on a picturesque image of Jacobsville, Maine, in the heart of autumn. The camera pans across the charming, tree-lined streets adorned with vibrant, falling leaves. The sun casts a warm, nostalgic glow over the small town, setting the scene for our story. It was 1987 in the quaint and close-knit community of Jacobsville, just a short 30-minute drive to the coast and town of Harborvale. In Jacobsville, traditions ran deep, and secrets lurked beneath the surface. Halloween night was more than just a holiday here. It was a culmination of the whole entire year, a moment when the whole town came together in celebration. The town awoke on Halloween morning with rumors spilling off of their tongues. Coffee shops and grocery stores were filled with gossip and mystery surrounding last evening's events. For the night before Halloween brought an eerie twist to Pineview High School. The star quarterback, All-American college scholarship hopeful, Malachi Woodworth, was primed to bring a playoff victory to the Pineview Phantoms. What happened next wasn't quite clear, and the accounts of the story shifted depending on who you asked. Everyone agrees that he stopped the game in the middle of a play, but that is where the commonalities end. Some people swore they heard him chanting as a storm began to brew and the wind began to blow. Some say that he walked right through the bonfire near the stands unharmed. Others claim that he buried something right there on that field, while others swore that he dove into the river behind the stadium and swam away. One thing was certain. Malachi Woodworth cost the Phantoms the victory and left the town in a state of shock. But in Jacobsville, the show must go on. As the sun sets and the stars begin to twinkle, the town's Halloween festival is about to kick off, drawing everyone out to celebrate. Yet, in the midst of the festivities, the mystery of Malachi's actions remains, casting a shadow over the evening, and a sense of unease lingers in the crisp October air. Okay, now I'm done with that part. Okay, so we are going to start on... Thank you so much. I'm really proud. We are going to start on Saturday morning, and it's going to be a couple hours before the festival starts when the three of you are going to meet up at your coffee shop that you often do, the Phantom Brew.
Love that.
And that is where you kind of all do try to hang out on Saturdays. But what do all of you do beforehand? Let's go around. Jonas, what does a Saturday morning look like to Jonas? And as you are kind of describing this, please describe your character and their description as well.
Yeah, so Jonas Hawthorne, he, him, the Moth, which is another skin written by the incredible Nicole Tuttle-Robb. For an awesome, it's you. For an awesome cryptids pack that she's been working on for a while. He is, I would say maybe like 5'11". The most notable thing about him is his stark white hair, eyebrows, and eyelashes. Like full on like trauma white. Sort of, saw some crazy shit and was so freaked out that his hair just lost its color. And his slightly red tinged eyes.
I think there's a Crash Test Dummy song about you.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
That is a deep cut.
Yeah, no, his hair's crazy, super white. Eyes are kind of red. Not like an albino way, but just like in a seen some shit sort of way. And I think on a Saturday morning, he in the mornings he wakes up, he does something to like try to center himself. I think he's really into like model building, like model planes and stuff.
Oh hell yeah.
I think he's afraid of like what will actually happen with the real things. So I think he thinks in making small versions of them, he has some sort of control over situations. Because the moth is all about witnessing portent of tragedy and disaster. Very Final Destination style. So yeah, he's just in his room, probably working on like a World War II era plane before he goes off for coffee.
Nice. Who is Jonas? Like, who does Jonas live with?
I think Jonas lives with like an aunt and uncle. I think, the disaster that caused his hair to take on its current state, I think, was losing his parents at like early middle school.
Yeah.
I think he lives with his aunt and uncle. And yeah, he's just trying to get by.
Okay. You are working on this model plane, kind of creating it, and it takes a lot of like delicate work and steady hand, and as you are kind of like getting into like one specific screw that's like in the middle of everything, and everything's gonna fall apart if you don't get this screw in, there's like a loud knock at your door.
Yeah, there's the moment of like, he's got like the jeweler's glasses that like flip down and like they're magnifying, have like a little light on them.
Yeah.
Which make his sort of reddish eyes look really big. And yeah, he's got it really close to his face. He's like, all right, just a little bit more, and this will be fine.
Knock.
God damn it. Okay.
Hey kid, you in there?
Yeah. And yeah, he'll get up and go to the door. You could knock softer, you know.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know what you were doing in here. Hey, you're friends with Woodworth, right?
I think friends is sort of a generous term for it, but yes.
Okay. Will you, tell me what the hell happened last night? Because I got a lot of money on that game. This is your uncle. He's wearing Pineview Phantom gear. Like, he was on the football team in high school and never really left it mentally. You know?
Yeah. I haven't spoken to him since last night. I would feel that probably most have not.
Yeah, you reach out. You should see what's happening, because I got some words. I want to say.
I was about to say, cool, I'll text him. It's 1985.
It's 1987.
It's 1987. I can't text anyone. Okay. In the future, putting a large sum of money on the the pressure of that on the backs of children could be rough.
Well, I didn't tell Malachi that I had. So where's the pressure? Huh?
I'm just saying you want me to poke him about it now. That's the pressure, Uncle Joe.
No, I just want to know what the hell happened. That was weird. Were you at the game? Did you go?
I tend to. No, I didn't go.
Huh. That's probably good. It was fucking weird. All right. Have a good Saturday.
Okay, thanks, Uncle Gerald.
And your uncle murmurs to himself the whole way down the hallway about how he never would have let that happen when he was on the team.
Yeah. Had the coach not benched me in the fourth quarter.
You know, I had 3 minutes left on the clock, and I was going to make them count. Yeah, you've heard that story a couple times from good old Jerry.
He's got that big Dan Scott energy.
Big Dan Scott energy, yeah.
Very good.
Perfect. And you get ready to head out to the Phantom Brew.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I get on my bike.
Yeah. Good. And we pop across town over to where Caroline finds herself. And where is that?
That's something I've been trying to figure out. Mm-hmm. I think that Caroline may have convinced a friend, like someone she was close to at school, to, hey, can I quote unquote can't be at home right now, can I crash with you for a while, and has just been riding that for a while. So has like kind of ended up being pseudo adopted by another like friend's family or something like that.
100%. And this is so great. Your friend from school, Savannah, Savvy, as most people know her, they live in one of the oldest homes in Jacobsville. And it has like that really like crisp and intact colonial architecture, and it also has this very gothic vibe. And you know that this is because Savannah and their mother have often in the town gotten a weird reputation of being potentially occultists.
Oh, excellent.
Hell yeah.
And in the last couple years, Savannah's mother has decided to embrace that. And so Halloween season, they go full on for this. And so you are currently living in this home with them, and it is a mausoleum of the macabre and the interesting.
Amazing.
And that is where you find yourself. Describe what Caroline looks like to us.
Yeah, Caroline Sutton, she, her, I'm playing the Kalaka skin. She is probably like 5'8", fairly average height. Sort of like light platinum blonde hair that's pretty long. Kind of halfway between well kept and like well brushed, but maybe a little dingy, like a little. Sometimes it's, I have to remember to take showers and things like that. General attire is this wild collection of hand-me-downs and thrifted things, and none of it makes cohesive sense, but it's worn very like lovingly and confidently. It's like, these are all the things I like and I have chosen. So it's like weird mix of denim and like leather jacket and so much jewelry of just like rings and long necklaces and earrings and bracelets and all that noise. Really just trying to like live life to the fullest.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think every morning she wakes up super early with the sun, spends time with like the newspaper, just makes like either like tea or coffee in the morning, and sits where there's daylight and goes over a newspaper, does like, I don't know, the crossword, and just sort of spends a morning, has probably more time in the morning than her friends that she meets up with, and just takes a nice slow morning every morning and has a lot of time to herself before going out to meet the others.
Awesome. So you're sitting on, let's say, like the back porch of this beautiful Gothic house, and the backyard is just as done up as the front. And, there's dark trees that have glistening lights in them, and like the colors of the leaves, they don't really rake. They kind of leave it there for the aesthetic purposes until they have to.
Right.
And so you're sitting on this back porch and just flipping through the newspaper with a mug next to you, and you hear footsteps and somebody sits down next to you, and Savvy turns to you. She goes, "Did you read my article?"
Which one? You write so many, and they're all so good.
I know, but the one that I wrote today, did you check it out?
No, I've been really stuck on 32 down. It's kind of consumed my whole morning.
I will help you with that if you read my article.
All right. I will flip around and track down their article.
Savannah writes these little, like, editorial pieces almost.
Okay.
About weird and interesting things that happen in Jacobsville, and this is kind of essentially kind of where a lot of the rumors around the family have kind of spawned from, because they really kind of get into the weird stuff that's happening. They talk to the black sheeps around. They put weird theories behind essentially normal things, and that's kind of their deal.
Gotcha.
And so the article that you find was written into the newspaper, and it's one of those things where it's on the back page where hopefully nobody reads it. And it is all about the events of the football game. And you see Savvy has kind of written about the different accounts and interviewed several different people, and not a single one has said the same thing. And Savvy is talking about in this article about how weird that is and how something must have happened, because there couldn't have been like some sort of collective, then she goes on to theorize things like alien invasion and mind control and that kind of stuff. But generally that's the gist of the article, and she is sitting on like the edge of her seat, legs tucked under her, and she's just like
watching me read it.
Watching you read this, waiting for your response.
In the piece, do they have like what they believe happened, or is just reporting that no one seems to know what has happened?
They talk a little bit about a lot of things that it could be. So they don't necessarily have one specific reason. They kind of say that they're stuck in a couple different theories, but they don't say which one they believe right now.
Okay. I read the article. It takes me a little bit of time. Sometimes I have to be like, can you sound this word out for me?
Yeah.
And I finished the article, and I set it down and go, well, it sounds like a whole lot of nothing.
Are you kidding me? This is the coolest thing to happen to Jacobsville in like forever.
Okay.
You see what's happening here though, right? Like you see this.
Yes, but it doesn't mean nothing. No one's saying the same thing.
Exactly.
So how can this be? It sounds like it not having been there at the game. It sounds like everyone just kind of got an assignment that said, make up a fun story. And like, what if nothing actually happens? If something happened, we would know about it.
Well, that's the thing. We do know that something happened.
But no one seems to know about it.
What do you think happened?
I wasn't there, Savvy.
Oh my god. Caroline, live a little, try a little, theorize.
Okay. Malachi had to go to the bathroom and ran off, and middle of the game, it was really bad and he really had to go. You're giving me a look, friends. How is what I said any less ridiculous or any more ridiculous than the things that other people are saying? It still would have lost them the game. He still stopped in the middle of it. Why is my thing any less valid?
Well, you don't have to go bring in like your feelings into it or something. Fine, okay, maybe he just had a big poo, okay? Maybe he did.
Maybe he did.
Maybe, just maybe,
you think it
Hell
was
on
what?
Earth is on its way.
Oh, man. They're both equally as possible. I've got 6 across. It's another word for, like, it says protagonists. Starts with an H.
Hero,
thank you.
And Savvy just kind of looks at you like a little squinted eyes and it's just like, And, I forgot to kind of describe them a little bit.
Oh,
so
sure, yeah.
they have split dyed hair, which is like, it wasn't supposed to be, because like in the 80s that wasn't really a thing. It kind of grew out to be that though. Like
it's like they dyed their hair like black, but only like one side is growing out properly because they fucked up the dye job.
They had like the like kind of a different type of like just fucking go for it.
It's a Monster Heart show.
I asked the question and then I immediately answered my own question after asking it.
But yeah, so it kind of has that. Even in like their messy morning state, they are decked out in like all black and neon. They have necklaces and jewelry, kind of like you, Caroline, just like excessively. And a lot of it seems to be like different types of runes or, really playing into this mythos that they've created for their family.
I think Savvy really taught Caroline the concept of maximalism.
Yeah.
And
100%.
Caroline is embracing it.
Yeah. And, but yeah, Savvy just kind of looks at you with like squinted eyes for a minute, reaches out for your mug, takes a big sip, and then heads into the house.
I was about to leave for coffee anyway, so thanks for finishing that for me.
Hey, don't forget that Mom's opening the house tonight for the festival, so
Right.
whatever you don't want strangers to look at, hide it away, lock it away, whatever.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye, Savvy.
Goodbye, non-believer. And
The
they
festival.
the festival. They
The
disappear
cult
inside.
festival?
And you get ready to head out for coffee.
Yeah.
While on the other side of town,
This town is a triangle.
we meet another individual. And Braeden, go ahead and describe your character and kind of what are they doing here in the morning.
Absolutely. Skeeta, they, them pronouns. The mummy is defacing public property.
Classic.
Fucking radical.
Is currently on the back side of the local police station and spray painting fuck Reaganomics, put Boy George back on television all across the backside of the police station wall.
So good.
There's just something great about a mummy being really into current politics that just like really tickles me.
Yeah.
Watch this trickle down, idiots.
But yeah, so Skeeta is also very 80s punk goth type. So I think more on the minimalistic side than what Savvy and Caroline are. So it's very much like just black jeans, black cargo boots, a black, very, very large black leather jacket. Extremely too big for them. Skeeta themselves is about 4'8", so they are very
God.
tiny. They are a tiny person.
Yeah.
Short liege.
Yes, but does make up for the basic black attire with some very heavy dark eyeshadow and makeup that has like a tint of red to it as well. Bunch of ear piercings, a long, just actually I would say about shoulder length black hair that is sticking out in a variety of places. And
Fun.
Yeah, so Skeeta is currently spray painting the back of the police station.
Oh, that's so good. So you're doing that, and this is a small town, so there really is only like maybe 7 to 10 officers that even work at the station at any given time. So like there's only a couple cars even in the parking lot. And so you have pretty solid cover right now. Like it's facing the back of the building's not facing the road. The cars are up in the front. There's only a couple of them. And kind of the town is alight with preparations for the festival that's happening tonight. So you really don't get noticed at all as you're doing this. You do, like, as you were kind of finishing up, like putting your finishing touches on, you hear a familiar voice coming from around the building towards where the front door is. And you hear, "Yeah, Dad, no, I promise I will be careful. I'm just going for the fun. You told me I should have fun." And you recognize this as the voice of Theodore Rawlings, student of the month, class president, like captain of the chess team, and like president of the AV club, that kind of individual. And you know who this is. Somebody that you have spoken to and somebody who respects you pretty greatly. And you know that he is walking along the front of the police station.
Skeeta will stop what they're doing very quickly and kind of peek their head around the corner to see, to look and see, one, how many people are kind of out front, and two, how close Theo is with their parental figure.
Mm-hmm. So you look around the corner of this and you see both of them immediately. It is the police chief, Captain Rawlings or Sheriff Rawlings. I don't know. I didn't look up the police hierarchy.
Sure.
I think it's sheriff for this size of town,
small
right?
Towns usually end up having just a sheriff. And a full police department.
Sheriff.
So it's Sheriff Rawlings, and then you see Theo a couple feet away. But other than that, there's nobody else on this side of the road. You see people walking and milling about closer to Town Square, where they are setting up for the festival. But it's really just kind of those two nearby. And as you kind of poke around, you see Sheriff Rawlings kind of goes, "Listen, kid, I can't give you what you wanted today. I'm sorry. I just, I can't. What kind of sheriff am I if I'm going around giving out my master keys?" And Theo goes, "No, listen, I understand that, but I need this book. You don't understand. I'm not going to pass this test on Monday, and I can't even believe I forgot to bring it home." And Sheriff Rawlings kind of does the disappointed parent thing and just goes, "It's Halloween, kid. Live a little. You don't need to do homework. Listen, a C is passing. I should know. That's what I got." And Theo just "Okay, listen, Dad. I promise you I will go to this festival and I will have so much reckless teenage fun. I might even talk to a girl. And I will do that if you give me the keys so I can get this book." And you see the sheriff kind of think about it for a second.
Yeah, I think at that moment, Skeeta will emerge from the back of the police station and say, "Oi, Theo!"
Skeeta, what are you doing here?
Oh, right. I was just checking out the festival. So I was just thinking about seeing what you were up to. I figured you'd be around here. What you do? Oh, is this your dad? Is this your pops?
Yeah. This is my dad, Sheriff Rawlings. Sheriff, sir, Dad. This is the coolest kid I know. It's Skeeta. And Sheriff Rawlings turns to you and kind of gives you the look, that adults give to children and kids when they think they're doing something wrong.
And Skeeta will look back at him and say, and tilt their head and say, "Constable, nice to meet you."
"What are you doing back there, kid?"
"Well, it's the darndest thing. So I was just walking towards the festival, and I normally take this shortcut, right? Because I just like to make things quick. Apparently, somebody's been spray painting back there. Now, I don't know who it is, but I tell you, they did quite make a right mess of the back of the building over there."
Huh.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Skeeta. Was it?
Yeah, Skeeta.
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 Like skee ball.
No, like Skeeta. Like Skeeta.
And Sheriff Rawlings turns back to Theo and goes, "All right, kid. But listen, you bring this back to me as soon as you're done." Theo goes, "I swear, I'm gonna be done so fast. I will have these keys back to you in 5 hours tops." And the sheriff kind of gives him a look and goes, 2 hours tops. And Sheriff gives you one last look before tossing keys over to his son and then heading back inside and leaving you and Theo.
Right, have a good day, Constable. God, Theo, your dad's a fucking cop.
Yeah, he's a cop. I don't know what degree of fucking I don't want to know.
Jesus fucking Christ. I thought you were cool, Theo.
Wait, hold on. You thought it was cool?
Oh, all right. Don't get your britches in a bunch, okay?
Yeah, you thought I was cool. That's
you're.
That is going on my tombstone.
Right. Okay. Hey, are you? Can you do me a favor, real quick?
Yeah. What do you need?
Yeah, I just
anything.
Yeah.
Truly anything.
Sure. I just gotta tie my shoe real quick. Can you just keep a lookout real quick for me?
For tying your shoe?
Yeah, just gotta tie my shoe. Just make sure. I don't know. Just make sure nobody trips over me while I'm tying my shoe.
Yeah. I can do that. I'm doing it. Look at me. I'm doing it.
Awesome. Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm gonna tie my shoe. And so Skeeta will bend down to start to tie one of their shoes. And as they do, they're going to use one of their moves.
Incredible.
They're going
Let's
to
go.
use
First roll of the game.
they're going to use Hideous Strength. So you can
Sorry.
you can deface, defile, or ruin anything you can touch. When you ruin something precious or irreplaceable, mark experience. I am going to place. I am going to let. So what you can't see is under the leather jacket there is a tattoo of a khopesh, a curved Egyptian blade, and
Curved swords.
as Skeeta bends down, the blade just kind of slinks off of their arm and into their hand, and Skeeta then slashes the tires on the police car.
Ooh. You don't roll for that, right?
No, it just happens.
Yeah, so I totally lied about first roll of the game.
We'll get there eventually, right?
First move of the game.
First move.
Absolutely. So you do this, and you just let this khopesh slide out of this tattoo into your palm, and as it's there, you just expertly slice into these tires, and, you know, truly giving inspiration to a future songwriter named Carrie Underwood, and just brutally destroying these tires. And it, you know, as that khopesh kind of like retreats back into your arm, Theo turns around with a start, because it wasn't silent,
Sure, yeah.
and goes, how did you, that's impressive. You did 2 at a time.
Yeah. Theo, I had to tie my shoe. What else did you think I meant? I was gonna slash their fucking tires.
I thought you were tying your shoe.
No. I have a lot to teach you about British slang. So tying my shoes means I'm gonna slash your fucking tires.
That is so cool and so awful. My dad's gonna kill me. I have to, we can't be here. We need to leave.
Yeah, let's.
You need to leave. You're gonna get in trouble.
I'll be fine. I got diplomatic immunity. What? Hey, what are those keys for?
The high school. I left a book.
Theo, I could fucking kiss you right now. I'm not going to, but I could. So, you were going to the school, right?
Well, yeah. I have to stop and get some food first. But yeah, then I'm gonna go.
Right. Okay. You're coming with me. I gotta grab some coffee with my friends, and then we're gonna get into that school, and we're going to make it a fucking nightmare for when it opens back up on Monday.
This seems ill-advised, but okay.
All right. Let's go. Let's go get some coffee.
What a
And
sweet little
Theo, utterly helpless to your charms, decides to follow behind you to go to the Phantom Brew.
Is it
And-
charm or just incessant intensity? My
Both.
goodness.
Both.
This is not the. I'm having like you have played Nicole a like sort of dweeby fawning fanboy type before in an NPC, and I'm realizing it's maybe my favorite archetype for you. Any character that looks at another character goes, "That's so cool," over the wildest shit, like those illegal fucking shit. I love it.
Thank you very much.
I love
Thank you. Okay, incredible. So, oh no, I've stolen the incredible from you, Zach.
Incredible.
Incredible. It wouldn't be TSS without that.
Incredible.
The three of you converge at the Phantom Brew, and Theo kind of leaves you on your own there, Skeeta, and kind of goes to talk to somebody from the AV club in the other side of the coffee shop that he recognizes, but promises that he'll be there when you need him.
I have been there since they've opened.
Incredible.
I took a lovely morning stroll to get here, and I arrived at like 6 on the dot or whenever they open.
Wow.
And I've just been I'm reading a magazine this time. I'm looking at the latest fashions.
It is important to me now that we specify that Savvy was up that early because they had not gone to bed yet.
Checks out. Yeah.
Yeah, that is important to me that we know that. Okay.
Oh, so Savvy was me in high school. Got it.
Yes. Well, they had to finish their article after the game.
Yeah.
And so you all converge at the Phantom Brew together. Some of you having been there, some of you coming in now.
I have our usual table already set, like spoken for.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jonas.
Hi. I'm gonna get a coffee. Does anyone need anything?
No, I'm set. I'm sipping on like a cappuccino.
Yeah, it's in one of those really bowl mugs.
Yes.
Jonas, if you're offering, I'll just take a black coffee, please.
Yeah, okay.
Caroline, did you see
Hi,
George
Skeeter.
Michael released an album yesterday?
Really? Is he he's the singer?
Yeah, the one from Wham.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Released Faith yesterday, actually.
Sorry.
What a wild thing.
Braeden has done their
What a-
homework and it's freaking me out. I'm on the back foot.
Did George Michael release Faith right before Halloween?
October 31st of
1987?
1987.
So it's today.
Yeah.
George Michael
it
dropped
dropped
an
today.
album today?
George Michael dropped an album today.
I will need to stop by.
Well, I guess it must be nice.
I'll have to stop by the record store later.
You know what also is going on right now?
Aside from the festival, or
This
this
besides
is
from the
this is
festival,
also
right.
George Michael related.
In Coventry right now, the longest match for a tennis game is happening right now. It's insane.
How do you know about this? Is it on the news?
They've been playing for 2.5 days. 2.5 days of tennis. It's insane.
That's far too long for tennis.
Oh, you're telling me I don't even know if they're going to finish today. They may have to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll come in, I'll
Jonas,
sit
yeah,
down.
you get your drinks for everybody and you make it back to the table.
I hate
So,
this.
were either of you at that game last night? My uncle was throwing a tirade this morning, saying that I need to figure out what the hell happened with Malachi.
I wasn't there, but I read all about it.
I was underneath the bleachers, smoking
This doesn't surprise me.
smoking a few, throwing a few back. But no, fucking
Oh, you were smoking a few and throwing a few back?
yeah, smoking a few, throwing a few. You know what it is, right? Fucking
So edgy. You're so cool.
fucking wild though, right? Just shit the bed, completely shit the bed.
You shit the
Well,
bed
what,
too?
did you see what happened?
No, but I
one
heard a
seems to
lot.
have.
I heard a lot of jeering, and I assumed something bad happened, and I assumed that it was Malachi's fault because everybody and their mother was screaming "fuck Malachi."
I did read about some chanting, though I don't know if that was the words that were being chanted. I don't know. Has anyone seen Malachi since last night?
I haven't. I was gonna try to find him. I didn't know if you'd. Is it just sort of like like the high school students? It's like Saturday, you go and you get some coffee. Like you like most people don't text like, hey, let's go meet up, like, because that's not a thing. So is it just like everyone's just like, yeah, be a Phantom Brew?
I think Town Square becomes a very popular high school hangout during the weekends, but it's not only Phantom Brew. It kind of like there's Phantom Brew, there's a record store, there's like a game shop, there's like a couple different like restaurants and things like that. So there's a couple different vibes of places where a lot of students will go to.
Odds are you know that someone's gonna be down there if
Yeah,
you just kind of
exactly.
want to like socialize.
Exactly.
Cool.
There's an arcade on Town Square as well.
Ooh.
So yeah, I look around the shop to see if Malachi is here.
Malachi is not in the Phantom Brew at this time, but you have heard his name no less than 20 times since walking in.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and you have heard more of these rumors. Did you read the article that Savvy wrote? Do you read?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I have it right
then,
here. Here you go.
Then you
Is
have
it a
kind of
zine?
gotten some.
It's a zine.
You have gotten some of this, like the rumors floating around from nearly everybody. Like the people at the counter were talking about it. People in line were talking about it. On the street, on the way to the coffee shop, you heard a different story. And again, all of them were different.
Lovely. Yeah, I'll probably go and find him after this.
It's fucking weird, isn't it? Just,
Well, yeah.
I mean, you probably, from what I understand at least, You know him a little better than the two of us, right?
I know him relatively well, yeah.
I've barely spoken a few words to him.
Is it what is it? Is it...
It's definitely out of character.
Right,
Yeah, he cares
exactly.
a lot about the game, so I don't know why he would just sort of... So something big must have had to happen. So, like, I know about this, like, thing that happened to, like, his... Whoever he... What, like, is it, like, an anniversary, like, nearby? Like, is anything like that, like, happening? Or
It is
might
not.
just... Yeah.
It is not an anniversary of the accident that you were witness to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know that, but that wasn't too long ago, I will say. That it's still recent within the year. Recent.
Gotcha. Okay.
Caroline, have you, you know, and Skeeta will, like, point to the tip of their forehead and just say, we tapped into that little third eye. Have you thought about, maybe, you know, opening that up a little bit?
Here's an important question. How much of your particular vibes am I privy to?
Me?
Skeeta's, or...
Well, I mean, to both of you, because like, if Skeeta's bringing up Caroline's third eye, like, is this something I've heard before, or am I surprised by this?
I mean, we've established that Skeeta has seen Caroline's true form. Whether or not Jonas has, I don't think Caroline's offered that up.
Yeah, see, like, I don't think I would, like, pride for it, so,
No.
like, it's just, yeah, I guess, yeah, is Skeeta saying this out loud like a what, the what? What?
It's
did you just say?
British slang. You don't understand.
Jonas, you do, like, just in general, the three of you find kindred vibes within each other. Whatever that means, you recognize
We've
that
all
there's...
been pulled together by a particular thread.
Exactly.
Whether or not we're aware of these specifics.
Exactly, 100%. So you know that there's something going on, but whether or not you know the specifics of it, yeah, so probably not.
Yeah,
yet.
Jonas does not ask many questions. I think is what it is.
We've all been cooking in the pot roast together. Now the flavors are starting to mingle.
Yeah.
That particular pot of coffee has really been percolating.
Yeah.
I thought
There you
maybe this can maybe come up organically, but since we're at the Phantom Brew, we could be the Brew Crew.
Ooh,
The Brew
Crew. And we can do coffee.
That
bits.
is so funny. Shout out to the Stew Crew.
Yeah, season 2. There's the soup
Oh,
group,
I
because
remember you. Yes.
because they're the soup group,
Yes.
and so there's the rival party, which is the stew crew. But I do love that we're the brew crew.
I love that we have a Brew Crew in the 80s.
Very nice. I love that.
To answer Skeeta's question, though, and taking sort of a look askance to Jonas, and I say, I can't say that I have, not yet anyway, though I was thinking about it.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Jonas,
Yeah.
you have had something happen in your past. And since then, you have been able to sense dangers and horrific events, and even sometimes cause them. You've kind of been a bit of a harbinger of sorts for disasters. What does it look like? What do you feel when you get one of these premonitions or feelings?
Yeah, I think it's, I think starts with like the hairs on the back of the neck all sort of standing, and then that sort of flows up the shoulders and down the arms. And then, yeah, it's I think it's just a bunch of sensations that all sort of coalesce at the same time. Like, I guess, like, all of the weird superstitions, like the palms itch, the ears get kind of warm. It's a bunch of things at once that are just like, it's like, if one happens, there's always the moment of, like, Jonas's breath catching of, like, are the rest following? And then, like, moments will pass and, like, the rest of the sensations don't join, and then he can normally relax. But then as they sort of all kind of start to hit one after the other, it's like, fuck.
You feel your ears grow warm and your palms itch. A familiar sensation, Jonas, to you. And the pit in your stomach deepens. And your head is just involuntarily turned. And looking out the window of the Phantom Brew towards Town Square, where Jacob's Pavilion gazebo is sitting primed for the festival, and tents of food and activities and rides and a Ferris wheel and dozens of game booths are being set up. Your head kind of moves around through it all and your eyes scan it until you land on one specific tent. On the top it says, fried apples. And you feel burning. Overwhelming, fiery burning.
Yeah, I think to add a little to that, like you're saying, like as I feel like my head sort of, I think it's a thing like where like the rest of my body kind of leads with it. So like the two of you would see like Jonas, like like looking around, his head sort of settling on a thing, and like is like gets up and like walks to like the front window of the shop. Oh. You know, like hand on the window, and is just like looking, you know, a wide eye looking out over the square.
Have we seen this before in Jonas?
I don't know. I guess, yeah, when was the, this might be a Max and MC sort of question. Was the last sort of thing that maybe Jonas, like, picked up on? Was it the stuff with Malachi, or have there been smaller things that have happened since then?
That's a great question. I think for the purpose of, you know, where we are now, and I think that this is something that you feel regularly.
Gotcha.
And by, I mean, once every couple months, kind of regularly.
Is this probably the strongest I've gotten in a while, though?
Since the accident that took a family member of Malachi's, that you felt that feeling and witnessed, since that one, this is the strongest feeling that you have felt.
Awesome. Then you probably, like, you see, like, you know, Jonas, I feel like, is always kind of on edge. Like, yeah, he's just sort of an antsy guy. And you probably have moments where, like, you'll see him, like, space out. Nothing that, like, it straight up like the ominous moment in disaster film when like someone like is like drawn to a window and is just like staring vacantly at something. So this is probably the most intense you've seen him ever.
I think Skeeto will probably like walk up behind Jonas and kind of clap him on the back and say, "Oi, you all right?"
Yeah, I think so.
It's got you spooked there.
I'm gonna go look at some. I'll be back.
I waited all morning to get this table, and it's very busy.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
I kind of look to Skeeta. Like, are we following?
Just gonna walk across the street.
I think Skeeto will like look back to Caroline and say,
"That's not good, right?"
I don't think he's telling us everything.
I'll take like a big sip out of my cappuccino and stand up and begrudgingly vacate my table. And I don't like the feeling of this. You want to go see what?
Right, yeah. Let's go after him.
Okay.
Oi, Theo! Oi.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll meet up.
Yeah.
I'll meet up with you later. I got some business to take care of.
Yeah.
Theo, are you staying?
Yeah.
Can you hold our table?
I could do that.
Thank you.
I can hold it.
Follow Skeet out the door.
How long are you gonna be?
I'm already gone.
I have homework.
I'll be back. Skeeta looks at the watch that they are obviously not wearing and says,
Yeah, they look at their blank wrist. Oh wow, look at my wrist.
I'll be back of freckle past the hair, and then we'll walk out the door.
That's funny. That's
probably a new bit. That's probably a new bit at that point.
It's a British thing, or wherever Skeeta is from.
Yeah, that's fair. Jonas, you are being drawn towards this tent, like some invisible thread is pulling your chest toward it, and you are leading kind of with that part of you as this feeling of dread just gets more intense and deeper the further you get towards this tent. And as you arrive in front of it, you see that some of the other businesses along the way are opening up. They are beginning their day. The festival officially opens in about an hour, but a lot of the booths and, you know, the wares and the food are planning to open early to get some more customers and all of that. So it really is kind of like this slow trickle into the festival is beginning already. And you are walking past and you get to this tent and there is no worker inside. But the moment that you stand in front of it, an explosion occurs.
Oh, God.
You take one harm. as the deep fryer explodes and oil hits your skin. You were not close enough for it to cause any significant burns, but it does burn, and you feel almost an identical burn to what you felt in the Phantom Brew.
And I'm just like sitting there trying to like wipe it off my skin.
There, people are starting to move about and run about, and kind of put down like the unplug and put sheets over it, that kind of thing. But Jonas, as you are laying there wiping oil off of your skin, you hear a deep, throaty, haunting laugh. Echoing from the tent and echoing into your ears. And Caroline and Skeeta, as you see this and as you approach Jonas on the ground, you hear it too. Nobody else is reacting to any sort of sound near you.
Jonas, you all right?
Oh my god.
Are we? I'm assuming like this is kind of like a fairground situation, right? So like we're on like grass and
It's town square, so it's essentially like big grassy areas with like winding and interlocking sidewalks.
Yeah, Skeeta will like just ruffle up the ground a little bit and get like some dirt and start like patting it on the place where Jonas got burned.
On the burns.
Yeah. Say, hey, you all right? It's all right. Hey, I know it hurts. It's all right. You're all right.
What happened? Are you okay?
I don't know if okay is the word.
I'm kind of looking around. Is anyone like severely wounded?
There is one person who was in the tent immediately next to this one that does seem to have pretty significant damage on their left arm, and the side of their tent and a lot of their wares that they were setting up are pretty destroyed. This person doesn't seem to be like screaming at this point, but they are being attended to.
If no one's found like a payphone nearby to dial 911, I will go do that.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, what did people do? Yeah, back before cell phones.
Go to a payphone and you dial 911, and you don't have to free call.
They Maroon 5 that shit. They went to a payphone featuring Wiz Khalifa.
You run over to a payphone to dial 911, and a couple other people express that they are planning to run across town square to the police station to get them as well.
We're still hearing the laughing, right?
It has dissipated. You heard it for that kind of maybe 30 seconds of deep echoing laughter, and then it drifted.
I think as like Skeeta is like still like patting dirt on Jonas's arm, kind of just like offhandedly will just say, "Oh, who the fuck is laughing in a situation like this?"
I don't know.
Wait, you heard that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't everybody?
It didn't seem like it. Because I kind of had the same thought as you, Skeeta. But no one else seemed to be thinking it was that weird. Except for you. And I'm guessing you too, Jonas?
Yeah.
I don't like this.
I'm gonna look into the tent. Does the fryer seem like completely toast now?
It is making that kind of like slow gurgling sound of something mechanical that is dying.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like the whole machine exploded, or like sometimes if you put the wrong shit into a fryer, it will like the oil will explode.
Like
I didn't know if it was.
It was more that, but it did damage the entire machine. Like this machine won't be able to work again.
Cool. That's what I was hoping to hear. So nice.
MC, can I gaze into the abyss?
Yes, you can.
I really would like to.
Please do.
Awesome. I am.
Do it for the gays.
Do it for the gays, as they would say. We would say in our home games. I am a dark bitch, so.
You are a dark bitch. Let's go.
That is just barely gonna eke it out. That's a 7. That's a
7.
That is a 5
okay.
plus 2.
Awesome. What does Caroline's gaze into the abyss kind of manifest as?
Caroline stands up and sort of just seems to zone out for a moment, and the image I'm having in my mind is that like sort of the like, I'm going to call upon the Stranger Things parallel because it's a visual language we all recognize, that upside down moment. Everything sort of flips, and Caroline is standing in the same place in essentially the netherworld. And she is the
bone zone.
Maybe. She is a full skeleton with gold inlays along her cheekbones and gems above her brow, diamond studs along her like shoulder blades, her clavicle, and her outfit has shifted to this like long, weathered and worn, like diaphanous like gown. And
good word.
Thank you. And the things that she sees on this plane that she spent so much of her life in, just she sees more here and taps into more here than she does in the mortal world.
Yeah, perfect. So, what is your specific question that you are asking when you are gazing into the abyss?
I want to know more. Who is laughing? What is the source of the laughter?
You flip into this other realm that you are familiar with, into the form that you don't show often. And you are in this town square. Instead of having that autumnal, colorful, red, orange, bright vibe, everything is tinted like this almost eerie green and feeling very foggy. And you are watching as people are moving throughout this tent, and you see these people as almost like this translucent, like you can almost see right through them as they are moving about around you. And you are watching this tent, and not a single person walks near it, around it, by it. But you see a dial get switched just out of nowhere. And then it starts bubbling, and that's what triggers this explosion. And you feel, the moment that you see this dial flip, you feel almost like the edges of your vision get grabbed. You've never felt something like this before, but there's something that has a hand on this vision, and it almost directs your eyesight, your eye line to this. And you see the dial was turned up to number 4. And whatever was grabbing onto the edges of your vision wanted you to see that. And then you rotate back until you are back in the chaos of the aftermath of this. People are already tending to the other. Somebody has come to you, Jonas, to check on you. But it does seem like things are settling for the most part.
Yeah, I think it's I'm assuming paramedics show up and they do whatever they gotta do, get me bandaged up or whatever. I think though, like once like all that is done, like I think I gotta go find Malachi. Like after, especially like with that happening, like I'm concerned. So I'm actually gonna use a move. I'm gonna use one of my moth powers to the flame. So if I have a string on someone, I could pull it to make them my light. And I am drawn to their location and can find them.
That's sick.
Incredible.
Ooh, that's cool.
Man, whoever designed that's rad as hell.
It's a cool move.
Wow. Thanks.
Oh, was it you?
I turn into Theo when I get confident. Oh my God, what? Me?
All right.
Stop. No.
All right, so you spend a string on Malachi that you have gained from this connection that you have built out of tragedy. Have you used this move before? I want to ask.
I think so.
Okay.
Probably not like often, but
Okay.
like it's. I think like there's been a couple of times where it's like I've like had a little bit of a connection enough with someone and like was concerned about them that I was able to track them down because of it. That I at least know that I have it and that it is a useful thing in moments like these.
So here is what happens in this moment. You have used it in the past, and you spend this string, this connection that you have on someone, and you feel this almost guiding light that just takes your feet and leads you towards them. And in a way where, like, you just feel this internal map and you know which way to turn. What you feel in this moment is you latch on to Malachi's essence and who he is as a person and who you've grown to know. And your vision kind of muddles for a second. This doesn't happen normally. Not when you've done this before, not when you're trying to find someone, because normally you can just find whoever is here on this plane. Your vision muddles, and you feel Malachi trapped within something. And as you kind of are almost pushed out of this, as if that connection is being severed by scissors, almost as if you are flying through something, being pushed back, pulled through just the world. As it blurs around you, you see Malachi disappears from your vision, and in its place is a tall, slender figure with a dark robe and an even darker essence and a deep, throaty laugh. And you hear Malachi's screams echoing from within. And you come back to where you are, on the floor, in this town hall, in the center of town here.
This is fucking Oogie Boogie. What's the fucking deal?
I think we need to get our coffees to go.
I would agree.
Right? Yeah.
Let's...
Skeeta, who has not gazed and doesn't know either of these.
I look to Skeeta and I tap the center of my forehead.
Oh, right. And they pat their shoulder.
I don't know what that means.
That's where... right, that's where my third eye is.
You have an eye on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Shoulder eye.
You'll have to... You'll see it soon enough. I promise.
Really?
Awesome.
Onward.
So, where are the three of you headed?
I don't know.
Does the number 4 mean anything important to either of you?
It's one more than 3.
Nailed it.
One less than 5.
We could go where it all happened. We could go to the football field. That's where shit kind of went south.
I mean,
It's
there's...
not a bad idea.
Hey, MC, where in Savvy's article did it say everyone agreed that he stopped the game? What yard line were they on?
Oh my gosh, it 100% says it. It was the 43-yard line.
I like what you're thinking, Skeeta.
Right. Yeah. Let's get going. Yeah. Do you guys we hoofing it, or do you have bikes?
I rode my bike.
I left my skates back at Savvy's.
Oh, you know what? Let me check something real quick. And Skeeta, like, from across the town center or to the coffee shop, will yell, "Theo!"
I was gonna be like, watch this. Skeeta's gonna go steal a car.
It takes a couple seconds, but out from the Phantom Brew comes running Theo Rawlings, and he kind of looks around to, like, find where the source of it was, and, like, locks eyes on you and jogs up to you.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, hi.
Theo, yeah. Real quick. I need your bike.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, can
Do you need anything else?
Do you have, like, Oh, can you get 3 coffees to go from the Phantom's Brew, please?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
I'm not going to be able to, if I'm riding my bike, I'm not going to be able to hold on to a coffee.
You can't ride a bike with one handlebar?
Well, it's Caroline doesn't have a bike, so I was going to say that she could ride on my handlebars.
Oh, no.
But I'm gonna need both my hands for that.
The bike is for Caroline. I got my scooter.
Oh, okay.
I got my razor.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, coffee.
Question, not questioning you, of course not. But question, general. When might I receive that back?
The bike?
Yeah.
And Skeeter looks at their wrists again, says,
Like an hour or two.
Tonight, before the festival kicks off.
Okay. I need to go. I need to go to the school.
You need to go. You need to go to the. We're going to the. Theo, we're going to the school. Why don't you give me the keys that your dad gave you, and I'll get your book for you.
If Theo wants to come with us, I'm honestly fine with handlebars. I never really learned how to ride a bike.
With no handlebars?
With any handlebars, with any amount of handlebars.
Okay, right.
What are you planning to do there, Skeeta?
We are going to do a satanic ritual on the football field to figure out what happened to Malachi.
No.
There's nothing. There might be a ritual, but it's not going to be satanic in
No
nature.
Satan involved.
We are going to do a
He's
Jesuit
fine, but
ritual to find out what happened to Malachi.
Non-denominational ritual.
Is this like a Dungeons and Dragons thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've wanted to play.
I'm not.
I don't want to play now, though. I'm too nervous. Dad says that it welcomes unholy spirits.
That's what Savvy
Well,
says.
your dad is a fucking pig.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my coffee in the go cup.
Yeah. Theo, after like a moment of being like, don't ruin anything.
No. You
Just,
say,
like, be chill. Be chill.
Yeah. Theo, you come along, you run, get your book, and we're just going to do our thing on the football field, right?
Okay. And yeah, they or he gives you the keys, and he'll follow along behind you
Cool. I'll
to go get his
hop
book.
on Jonas's handlebars,
Awesome.
and then later I'll hop on Jonas's handlebar.
Hey!
Yeah,
Jonas has two penises?
I specifically said handlebar.
Said handlebar.
You did. I heard
Yeah,
it.
it's either the handlebars or that awkward thing where like a passenger sits on like the seat and then the person actually riding the bike like has to stand up the whole time and it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think this was before like stunt pegs were invented. So yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So the three of you, with Theo in tow, ride off towards Pineview High School, home of the Phantoms. You get there. Easy peasy. You go to school there, so you know where it is.
We successfully fast traveled, gang.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of gauze on my arm. I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, you're in pain. It's not unbearable, Jonas, but like it's not fun. And there's a couple times when Caroline will accidentally bump into your arms since she's up on the handlebars where your arms are like kind of cradling.
Yeah.
While we're en route, actually, can I talk to Jonas a little bit awkwardly?
Yeah,
leaning
absolutely.
Over my shoulder?
Go for it.
The laughing we heard earlier, I think someone, like, you didn't see anyone in the tent, did you, when you went over there?
No, it was empty.
I feel like someone, like, sabotaged it or something.
Yeah. I think that something's really wrong with Malachi.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just have this feeling.
Is it like when you had that feeling?
Yeah, I think like something like has him.
That doesn't sound very
And
fun
like,
and autumnal.
it's like, yeah, like some tall, spooky
Ooh,
person.
don't like that.
And I think he has that laugh.
See, that's not familiar to me at all, is it?
You know what? Roll dark
No,
for me.
opinions.
Oh god.
Oh, man.
Nerd.
Your character has lived long enough that there's a potential for some overlap here. I want to see.
Snake eyes.
No, what the fuck does that mean?
Not my ex-husband. Got it. Okay.
Yes, it is not your ex.
Largely what I was gunning for, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, your ex is so pissed he's just gonna destroy town.
I think Caroline does kind of mutter that at one point, being like, "It's like this kind of sounds like my ex."
Oh, it's a bad ex situation.
Not great.
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
I don't have any of those.
That's okay. Based on my experience, you're not really missing out.
Cool.
But hey, I'm glad you're okay for what it's worth. That could have been a lot worse if
Yeah,
you were a little closer.
What it was?
I said that could have been a lot worse if you were a little closer.
Oh, I thought you were sorry. I thought you were okay. Nothing. I just focus on battling nothing.
You fucked with me there because I couldn't tell if my mic just cut out or not, or if that was you just asking me to.
No, I misheard you and thought like it wouldn't be worse like if you were close. Like I thought you were flirting with me like for like the briefest of moments, and it was what? Huh?
I am
What?
trying to use a move though. I am trying to use transference. When I spend time truly listening to someone's struggles, they can heal a harm.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely.
Bastard! I was gonna do that.
Eat my shorts.
I was gonna try to heal their harm.
Eat my shorts,
I
Tuttle.
love that.
I'm the only person on this call who's not a Tuttle.
Yeah, there's 3 of us on here. You gotta specify what
Shit.
Tuttle you're trying to suck on
Outnumbered.
shorts.
Anyway.
You are all riding your bikes to Pineview High School.
I'm
And-
riding my scooter.
That's right. You have your scooter.
Skeeta's
and
got a
Theo
scooter.
You mean Skeeta's not a skater?
Skeeta's not a skater. Skeeta's a scooter.
Yeah, Skeeta's a scooter.
And fucking hell.
Hang on. Scooter.
Ooh. All right, get it together, Tuttle. All right.
Okay.
And by that, I mean all
Eat
3 of
my
us
ass.
at that point.
Sorry, Tuttle.
Yeah, it's Griffin and a bunch of Tuttles on the call.
Yeah.
Griffin and the Tuts.
That sounds like a fun band. But like from the 50s.
Yeah.
Okay. You are riding through the streets and the sidewalks towards Pineview High School. It is early afternoon. I want to say maybe around 2 o'clock at this time. The festival really starts kicking in at about 2:30. The haunted walk starts at dark, so about 6:30 when the sun fully disappears. And the festival goes until midnight. You are riding past the wide open field area that is kind of normally used for school business. Like it's just like a part of the extension of school. It's not one of their sports fields, but it's like practice field or like a school activity field, that kind of thing. But right now has been transformed into the rides and activities section. So you see a large Ferris wheel, a couple of like the Twister, the Zipper, those kind of classic carnival ride games or carnival rides being thrown up, as well as a lot of the classic game booths. So, the darts and the balloons and
Milk
the
bottles.
strongman hammer and the bottles, absolutely. So you see a lot of that as you are riding towards the high school. And you get to the high school. Where do you head?
I think it sounded like we're going to the football field, yeah.
I'm
Perfect.
distantly eyeing the Ferris wheel and give like a wistful sigh. Just Caroline's always wanted to go on a Ferris wheel.
Aw. Well, maybe one day. Maybe today.
You don't want to go on a sketchy carnival one, though.
Well, what other opportunities am I gonna get?
An amusement park. Like, where, like, they're maintained often and aren't meant to be portable.
Is it the Ferris wheel that also has like the enclosed cages and the cages themselves like rotate 360 degrees? Because those things fucking rock.
Oh no.
They don't rotate the whole way around, but it does have the enclosed cages. Like, it's not just the little like swing seat kind of
That's
thing.
not romantic.
Okay, what's the swing seat thing then?
Fine.
So you get to the school and Theo kind of points towards the front door as you kind of veer towards the gate that leads towards like the track and the football field. And he goes, I have to head. My locker's this way. Where are you?
Have
Do I
fun.
not want to know? It's plausible
Bye,
deniability.
Theo.
Theo, you're fine. Just go get your book and then go to the fair. We'll catch up later. I promise, okay?
Okay, no, I totally believe that you're gonna promise me that, and then that's so cool that you're promising me that. I love having promises from you. I just, do you have an estimate on when you might be able to bring me my keys back?
I thought you were going to use
Yeah,
your
don't you
keys.
need to use the keys to get in?
Well, so do you just want me to unlock it and then I can take the keys?
Well, we just gotta go to. We're just going to the football field. Yeah, we're fine.
I think Skeeta asked you for the keys, like, originally because, like, we were already going to be on our way here, but then you decided to come with us.
Yeah, so you're fine. We don't need
That's
the
great.
keys. Yeah, just go in. Get your book.
Okay. I can do that. I'll need to let you into the gate though, because the track's closed right now.
Right.
But I can do that. Here you go. Here I go.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Theo.
And Theo will unlock the gate towards the track and the football field for you, and then heads towards the front door.
He talks a lot, but doesn't really say much.
Right. Yeah. He does more well in an educational setting more than a social setting. Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Gonna make a great politician someday.
Oh, like a mayor?
No, like a secretary.
Oh, you humbled this poor boy.
Love him.
Nothing like humbling the straight A dweeb who's done nothing wrong to us.
Nothing wrong.
Love him. Absolutely love him. He's not gonna get far in this world.
You know what? Justice for Theo.
No.
I want Zach right now. I want Theo in the, if he survives tonight, which who knows. But if he survives tonight, I want Theo to be mayor of Jacobsville.
Yeah, Theo's mayor of Jacobsville now.
when we get there.
You know what? I can make that happen.
Okay, incredible. Anyway, you make it to the football field and you cross on past the track onto the actual field itself, and it is full real grass, no artificial turf or anything like that. And you see remnants of last night's party. Some trash has been left out. The bonfire, that huge bonfire that they had near the stands, is obviously put out, but you can see part of the white charcoal ashes there still. And yeah, you walk onto the field.
Caroline, you said happened around the 43-yard line. Is that
That's
right?
what Savvy's article reported.
Which 43?
Ours or theirs?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to check both.
Because there's two 43s.
It just said the 43rd. All I know is I have a strong inkling that the number 4 is important, that I was supposed to see something. I don't know. It could be nothing, but who knows? We might get lucky.
I'll go check the one over there.
I'll check the other one.
I'll stay right here between you two in case one of you dies.
What?
Just in case something bad happens, Jonah. Which hopefully you would know in advance. Kind of seems that way.
Who knows? Okay.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah. I just go and I walk I'll walk the 43.
Perfect. So you walk the side, let's say you walk like the home side. 43-yard line, and Skeeta, you head towards the visitor side, 43-yard line. And you both just kind of start on one end and kind of walk it down like across.
Yeah. Start at one side of the field and just walk over to where like the visitor stands usually are. And
I think also, Nicole, I'd love to use one of my moves right now.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to use my cursed artifact move, and so Skeeta is going to reach into one of their leather jacket pockets and bring out this very ornate gold bracelet that they put on their left hand. And with my artifact, each time I use an artifact, I can choose a boon. And for this one, I would love to add 1 to one of my stats for a scene.
Love that. Which stat do you choose?
So I'm going to add 1 to dark.
Classic.
And then you, as the MC, as the Maxon MC, you get to choose a curse.
Yes, I do. Okay. Skeeta, you use this cursed artifact of yours, and you kind of make this connection that you have with it, and you will it to help you in this moment. You will it to kind of give you this boost in what you have always known as this kind of dark, macabre side of you, this part that can see more supernatural things, that this thing that helps you do the things that are unspeakable and unknowable, and you boost that part of yourself. And as you do, you feel almost like one side of your arm, it has the weight of the bracelet, and then the other, you feel almost like this phantom shackle closing in around your other wrist, and you feel an energy burst. And you almost feel like someone is grabbing hold of that shackle and holding on to you for just the briefest of moments. It's gone before you almost perceive it. But you feel like someone has gotten a connection to you, one that you didn't want anyone to get. I chose the curse that someone gains a string on you.
So as Skeeta feels this power, but then also this pulling sensation on them, Skeeta is going to gaze into the abyss.
Okay.
Now they're two in dark.
Please do.
Doing it for the gaze.
Do it for the gays. They need it in 1987.
That is going to be a 10.
A 10. Incredible. So good, so good. How does Skeeta's gaze normally manifest?
So, Skeeta, you see that the eyeshadow, the very heavy eyeshadow that they wear, starts to almost envelop their eyes. Ooh. And their eyes become these sunken in holes.
Hell yeah.
And you see their skin becomes a lot more gaunt and more wrinkly. And even though they have their leather jacket on, you see the tattoo of the Khopesh. While it always does look pristine and golden, it actually turns to this brown rusted color as
nice.
As their skin also just starts to turn this very sickly gray shade.
Incredible. And what do you see inside? So that is kind of how we as the audience and as other people around perceive you. What do you see when you are looking? Like what form do your answers come in?
So everything turns to sepia tones. Okay. And it almost looks as if it's a very old CRTVs, right, have the static on them, right? Mm-hmm. And so the whole world around Skeeta is this sepia tone of this static. But then once things start coming into shape, while the majority of their vision remains static, those images start to become more clear and present themselves to Skeeta.
Absolutely. So what is the specific question you're asking when you're looking for this gaze?
I want to know what happened here.
Okay. Skeeta, you begin walking from one sideline to the other, down this 43-yard line. And with each step, you kind of give yourself away to this darker side of you, this part that can look into this dark void and somehow find answers there. And your skin becomes gaunt and your eyes hollow as the world around you becomes this sepia static. And you see Malachi in front of you, full football gear, on this yard line as he receives the hike. And he has the football in his hands, and as the players start to move, they all freeze, except Malachi. Malachi is moving through this, and you see as he drops to his knees, tossing the football off to the side, completely disregarding it, and starts digging with his hands, pawing at this dirt to move it aside. And you see as he starts chanting something, and wind starts to blow, and the sky darkens, and it statics out for just a moment before you see what he does in that exact moment. But when the static kind of clears, Malachi is directly in front of you, staring at you in this gaze. And you hear in a voice that is not Malachi's, "You want to know the answers? Of course you do. It's such a shame that you look to me to find them, though. Because I don't want to give them to you. Not yet. I have so much darkness to rake first. You'll find me soon enough, but only when I want you to. Good luck. And it shakes out, and you're watching it. You're still in this vision, but Malachi's back on his knees on the ground. But you missed what happened in that moment. And you see everyone is still frozen solid around him as he sprints, running away from the yard line where he just was, through the fire, where the bonfire is roaring but frozen. And he disappears into the edge of the ravine, the river near you. And that is when your vision comes back, just as the patrons and the crowd and the players resume.
Thank you for listening to part 1 of These Silent Secrets Neon Nightmares, a Halloween Monster Hearts one-shot. And fear not, dear listener, for part 2 is out right now, and you can honestly just skip ahead through these credits and get to part 2 if you want. Or you could stick around and hear these credits. I just wanted to let everybody know that Zach and I will be at a Catacon in Dayton, Ohio on the 3rd through the 5th of November. It is a fun board game convention where Zach and I will actually both be sitting on a panel that talks about running games, DMing, MCing, being the game master of sorts, on Sunday at 10 a.m. And if you are around, we would love to see you there. You can find These Silent Secrets on any platform that you find your podcasts. We are also on X at Silent Secret Pod, and on Blue Sky at These Silent Secrets. You can find more information about where to find us online and all of the information about Acadicon in the description below. So smash that like button, give us a 5-star review because we are so spooky and so exciting, and then head right on over to part 2 because the mystery of Jacobsville awaits.
This has been a Ghostlight Media production.